My name is Thomas Myrtle, and I think I murdered my grandmother.
December 18th, 1949. It's been a tough journey, but I'm grateful to have my grandparents by my side when I had nothing and nobody else. I've been crashing on this couch for a few months now, and my back is constantly reminding me of the discomfort, but it's still better than the cold sidewalks I used to sleep on. Becky, I know you'll never read this, but I'm sorry that our marriage fell apart because of my battle with drugs and alcohol. I'm proud to say, though, that I've been clean for 2 years now, slowly but surely getting my life back on track. However, it's not all smooth sailing. My grandmother's health is declining, and it's heartbreaking to witness her struggle with forgetfulness. She tries to write new stories for her books, but her memory fails her after just a few sentences. We're doing our best to keep this from the press, but it's a battle we're fighting silently. Despite her health issues, she still gets up every morning at 4 a.m., like clockwork, to make fresh cup of coffee. Those early mornings spent together on the front porch, sharing coffee and conversation, are precious moments I'll always cherish. As for Pa, he's been working tirelessly lately. Our connection, once strong during my younger years, seems to have faded. He appears lost, distant even. I had hoped that our experiences of fighting in the wars would bring us closer, but it seems to have driven a wedge between us instead. It's a disheartening realization, but one I'm determined to navigate through. Overall, each day brings its own challenges and blessings. I'm holding on to hope and grateful for the family I have, even amidst the struggles we face. July 11th, 1953, in the home of the famous late Ethel Myrtle, with my future wife Claire. She's been nagging me for months to take a trip out here, so I surprised her with a visit to explore her idol's former residence. Despite its hidden location, I had a connection who had worked for Ethel. Rumors circulated about the grandson's involvement in Ethel's disappearance, driven mad after the war, I'm guessing. The husband ended up disappearing after the events, and he hasn't been heard from since. Some think he's out looking for his grandson to seek revenge or something, if he's even still alive. I would have liked to see more of this place, but nearly every door was locked, preserving its history. Claire insisted on respecting the place, after I mistakenly tagged up some of the walls. I'll try to clean it up before we leave. We're hanging out in the bathroom, smoking and sharing a few drinks. Claire brought her Ouija board to connect with Ethel. She's a bit of a fanatic. I never believed in that stuff, but whatever makes her happy. She seems off lately, but I'm glad this trip here made her day, even though this place gives me a heavy feeling. I boarded up the back door at the request of Claire, so that when we leave, she at least has a sense that the place is protected. We're going to check out the rest of this place and see what we can find. Max. February 8th, 1951. To whom it may concern, my name is Thomas Myrtle, the grandson of Ethel and Arthur Myrtle. I have no recollection of last night's events, yet I fear I may have committed a grave act. Awakening beside a pool of blood in my grandmother's room, with her nowhere to be found. Our senseless argument from yesterday morning seems to have spiraled out of control. I cannot bring myself to face my family, so I'm deciding to vanish. Pa, I never intended harm towards you or Grandma, and I wish you were here to have stopped me. Grandma, my love for you is immense, and I am deeply sorry for believing I had changed. You were right all along. Chapter 7 Whispers from the Art Room. Ethel sat by the window, her gaze drifting past the falling snow to the door at the end of the hallway, the entrance to Arthur's sanctuary, his art room. It beckoned to her like a forbidden realm, a place she had not dared to enter and could not in years. The art room held a mystique that both intrigued and perplexed Ethel. It was a space of secrets, a haven where Arthur retreated to unleash the depths of his creativity. But there was more to it than just painting. Ethel often wondered what mysteries lay hidden within its walls. She imagined shelves lined with jars of pigments and brushes, canvases stacked against one another like silent witnesses to Arthur's artistic journey. But what drew Arthur to his art room time and for time again was not just the act of painting but the solace it provided. It was a place where he could escape the demands of the world, where he could lose himself in the strokes of his brush and the swirls of color on his canvas. Ethel understood this, perhaps more than anyone else. She knew that Arthur's art was not just a hobby but a lifeline, a tether to his true self in a world that often seemed indifferent to his dreams. And as she sat by the window, watching the snow fall softly outside, Ethel couldn't help but wonder what secrets lay buried within the walls of the art room. She longed to unlock its mysteries, to understand the depths of Arthur's soul that he so willingly poured into his work. But for now, she could only wait and wonder, her heart heavy with the weight of unspoken truths. Tonight marks the final stroke of my brush within these walls, as I ready myself for the eve to come. The canvas before me depicts a man dissolving into the ennui and weakness that surrounds me. The tape recording is safely secured in my study, but I'll be long gone before the ears of another ever hears it.
Congratulations. You've stumbled upon my tape, where I'm certain I'll be 6 feet by now. Here's the truth. I snuffed out my wife, Ethel Myrtle, with my own hands. Craftily, I pinned the whole sordid affair on my feeble grandson. Oh, Tommy boy, you were a breeze to deceive. My hands may be dirty, but yours will bear the weight of the blame. You see, when you've got one soul dependent on meds to numb the pain, and another reveling in them for twisted delight, pitting them against each other is child's play. Just drop the pills next to the addict's pitiful bedside. I waltz in, the virtuous savior. Tom and I indulge in a deceitful game of poker, and as he rises to use the head, I sneak a generous dose of sleeping pills into his tea. Sweet dreams, Tom, you gullible pawn. Once Ethel was dealt with, I moved his body into her quarters. When he comes to, I'm sure he'll believe the terrors of the war made him do such a terrible thing. He won't suspect it was me. Little does he know, I had him dancing to my malicious tune. I've got him fooled. I fed him a load of lies, making him believe I'm off on some extended work trip tonight. I'd kill him too, but unfortunately, he's my cover. Here's the motive. I've gambled my life for this damn country. Yet, who gets the accolades? Not me, but Ethel. Maybe once I erase her from the scene, they'll finally acknowledge the greatness I've achieved, the masterpieces I've crafted. And if they still don't, well, this confession will cement me as the legend who silenced the renowned author Ethel Myrtle and got away with it.
My dearest Max, it's hard to put into words the turmoil swirling within me. I need you to understand that my love for you was genuine, but the path I've chosen was driven by desperation. Losing my mother at a young age left a void only Ethel could fill. Her books became my refuge, guiding me through life's trials with their messages of hope and joy. The road I've taken, deceiving you to enter her cherished haven, was not fueled by malice, but by a sense of duty. In this life I find it hard to find a purpose. Even the prospect of motherhood couldn't anchor me in purpose. Yes, Max, I'm 3 months pregnant. I owe Ethel everything. With this book of spells and your sacrifice, I'll protect the place you once called home, and where those cherished books were born for all eternity. You once said you'd do anything for me, and I believed you. So, I slipped poison into your drink, knowing you'd understand. You look so peaceful now in that bed, and I promise to protect your soul. You may rest while mine will remain here forever. Farewell, Max. Thank you for this chance, even if it means goodbye. Love always, Claire.